Deep inside the human brainstem, a tiny, specialized cluster of neurons governs the body's most vital reflexes, glowing with electric urgency. This network functions as a biological alarm system, wired to trigger an immediate physical response the moment oxygen levels drop. If an infant is placed face down on a soft mattress, this deeply evolved defense network can suddenly fail to fire. The clinical consequence of this failure is sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS. Labeling this as simple suffocation overlooks the precise physics and chemistry occurring beneath the surface. The event is actually a compounding trifecta: a mechanical airway obstruction, a toxic localized hypercapnia, and severe thermal overload. These three distinct forces converge to induce a fatal neurological blackout. To understand how a healthy infant succumbs to this, we must deconstruct the exact physics and physiological errors driving the collapse. The sequence begins with a structural reality of infant anatomy, the disproportionate mass of the skull relative to the rest of the body. In this prone cross-section, gravity exerts constant downward force onto the skull. Under this weight, the underdeveloped mandible is physically forced backward. This retrusion collapses the oropharynx walls, narrowing the airway into a highly restrictive slit. This is known as oropharyngeal occlusion. While an adult might simply turn their head to clear the path, an infant faces a mechanical disadvantage. The sheer weight of the skull pins the jaw in this position, creating a physical trap. Air moving through this restricted slit loses significant velocity, drastically reducing breath volume. In this orientation, gravity weaponizes the infant's own anatomy against its ability to breathe. As the physical airway narrows, the crisis shifts to the fluid dynamics of the air immediately surrounding the face. Exhaled carbon dioxide cannot dissipate in this position. Instead, it pools in the porous material of the mattress, creating a localized cloud of stale air. Because the airway is so restricted, the infant's next inhalation pulls directly from this same pocket of high CO2 gas. This closed-loop cycle is known as hypercapnic rebreathing. Carbon dioxide rapidly displaces oxygen within this microenvironment, starving the lungs of fresh air. This hypoxia causes the delicate tissues of the airway to transition from a healthy pink to a dusky, bruised purple. Simultaneously, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the bloodstream begins to spike. This chemical shift turns the bright red arterial blood into a thick, dark crimson. The mechanical trap has now created a toxic chemical state, accelerating the infant towards systemic failure. To survive this, the central nervous system must detect the crisis within the medulla oblongata. This map shows the brainstem hierarchy. At the base sit specialized chemoreceptors constantly bathed in cerebrospinal fluid. These sensors are programmed to detect the rising toxicity of the fluid and trigger an emergency response. Under normal conditions, they fire a barrage of electrical signals to the reticular activating system. This signal should force a jolt of arousal, a spiked heart rate, and a violent gasp for air. In the SIDS cascade, this serotonergic pathway fails to transmit. The message to wake up never reaches the brain. Despite the chemical emergency, the brainstem remains silent and unresponsive. The neutralization of this biological defense leaves the infant trapped in an unyielding sleep state. The final compounding variable is the thermodynamic state of the body. In this infrared model, the chest and abdomen act as the primary radiator for heat dissipation. Pressing this radiator against a mattress prevents cooling. Core body temperature climbs rapidly as heat is trapped against the surface. This massive heat buildup causes the skin to flush a deep crimson. This temperature spike induces hyperthermic respiratory depression. The heat alters brain metabolism, actively suppressing the already struggling respiratory control centers. This thermal buildup deepens the unconscious state at the exact moment the brain requires its highest level of arousal energy to survive. Reversing this sequence requires shifting the infant into the supine position, flat on the back. Look at how the gravitational vectors change when the model is inverted. Gravity now pulls the tongue and mandible downward, clearing the oropharynx and opening a wide, unobstructed tunnel for air. The trapped heat and carbon dioxide instantly dissipate into the room. Fresh, oxygenated air cascades down the trachea. In the lungs, collapsed alveoli snap open, flooding the blood with oxygen. With the chemical and thermal crisis resolved, the biological alarm system can once again fire. The specific tolerances of these chemoreceptors and the rigid geometry of the human airway are the products of an aggressive developmental timeline. That engineering began in the earliest hours of life, when a hollow sphere of primitive cells begins building a human nervous system. Understanding the rigid physics of this architecture is the only way to protect the delicate, life-saving alarm system inside.